Alright, let's quickly go through the solution to assignment. We start with if racket speed higher than 0, print. Now we have to use else, inside of which we nest another if statement like this. Else, if racket speed is lower than 0, then print racket speed is lower than 0. Once again, we have one more case possible. So we type yet another else. Else, print racket speed is 0. Notice that this else we put right below the previous if statement, as it is related to it and not the else here. To make it more obvious which part of code is related to which statement, it is very important to properly use indentation. To quickly indent line, place cursor at the beginning of it and press Tab. If you want to unindent, then simply press Shift Tab. This nested if statement has been so common that shorter version of it was created. Instead of placing if inside else, now you can simply type else if. So our final code will look like this. Now, how does it help us with player's racket movement? First, let's look when racket should move. If player is pressing up button, should racket move? Yes, it should go up. If player is pressing down button? Yes, the racket should move down. If player is not pressing any buttons, should racket move? No. So we have three possible conditions. Now, how do we read keyboard input? At first, let's make two variables, each of them storing a unique keyboard key. So when player presses any of those, we execute command to move racket. Go to our player racket script and at the top add KeyCode player up and KeyCode player down. We want to assign those keys in the editor, so let's just make these two public. Now go inside Unity and pick keyboard keys you want to use as up and down. I will pick up arrow and down arrow for this purpose. Back in MonoDevelop, let's create a simple logic that will print up is pressed when we press up arrow key. First of all, this command should execute at any time user presses key, so we should place it inside update method. This way, every single frame Unity will check where the key is pressed and will immediately respond by printing to the console. Let's try it out. Inside update method, type if. Now as condition type input. This is name of a class responsible for player's input, followed by dot operator. Now let's call getKey command and specify which key we are checking. Here we should put one of our KeyCode values declared at the top of the script. So I will type if input dot getKey player up, open curly braces, and ask print method to output line of text. Up button is pressed. Now let's run the game, and while looking at the console, I will press up arrow. As you can see, now I get the text which indicates that up arrow has been pressed. I will try to press different keys, but nothing happens. Now is the perfect time for the assignment. Make it so that when player is pressing down arrow key, there is down button pressed. Line is being printed to the console. And if no key is pressed, console should be saying press up or down key to move. Make racket move according to pressed button. Up arrow, move up, down arrow, move down. No key pressed, racket should stop. To move racket, change velocity of racket's rigid body. In the same way we made the ball move. Set up second player's racket in the same way and use the same script, only this time make controls different. For example, W to move racket up and S to move racket down. Have fun, and I'll see you in the next lesson.